Okay, well, welcome everyone to the Conversion Pros Google Hangout. It's Friday night. It's a hot Friday night, and today was a great day. It was payday. We got paid by the owner of the company. As a matter of fact, he's on the call with us tonight. But I want to just let you know something, folks. Uh, you're at the right place at the right time. We have something very special with the Conversion Pros. We don't care what company you're working with. We don't care if you don't even have a company you're not working with. We're going to help you in 2016. And I'll tell you, the gentleman I'm going to introduce to you, I know him for many years on Facebook. We happen to be in the same company. And I always see this guy on the leaderboard in these companies. And every company I worked with him in, and I never worked with him personally, but I always saw his name in the top of the leaderboard in these companies. And the reason why he did it is because he's going to share with you exactly what he did, and he's been sharing with us every single day since he started this opportunity. So I want to introduce my friend and the owner of Mr. David Doves of the Conversion Pros. David, you there?
I'm here. Thank you, Lou, for that introduction. I'm glad to be here, everyone. What's funny is you gave me about 20 minutes before this hangout was happening. I probably would have done my hair and put on a nicer shirt, but here I am. Yeah, Conversion Pros is awesome. You're right. I've been at the top of every company I've ever joined. I've been the #1 recruiter or one of the top recruiters. And the reason I did that was I built the proper funnel systems to get me there, and told people why they needed to join me and the company, and that's why I got to the top of the company. But over the last 14 years, I've spent tens of thousands of dollars. I always believed tools could make me money, and I had no problem investing in my business, because if you invest in your business, you can get big returns. So I had never a problem spending money. But what I had a problem with was a lot of these tools didn't do what I wanted them to do. They were too technical for most people. They didn't look good. Some of them looked really cheap when you were done with them. There was always stuff that you wanted to do more and you couldn't. So I would end up buying this tool to do this thing, and then I'd buy another tool to do this thing, and then I'd buy another tool to do this, and then I'm spending a lot more money buying all these separate tools. And at the end, I'm trying to piece them together to do what I really wanted to do. And then trying to convince my people, my downline, to do the same thing was really hard, because I'd say, well, I got to buy this system, and then you got to go over here and do this, and then you got to do this. And people in downlines, they weren't making the kind of money I was. And they were already on auto ships. So it was hard to say, go spend more money, because they were already spending maybe $50 or $100 on auto ship. With all the tools combined, maybe I was spending another $150. So it was really hard to get duplication based on that. And so the reason I came up with the Conversion Pros is I was looking for basically my dream come true as far as a marketing system. Because I'm a guy that I get ideas in my head, and I want to go out there and put them out there. I've never liked the idea of using a corporate website, and I'll tell you why. Corporate websites have no ad copy. There's no call to action. It has all the products on there and maybe stuff about the owners of the company. But the problem with that is it doesn't lead people where you want it to go. So you'll send people to a corporate site. Most of them aren't captured pages either, so you can't capture any information, and those pages aren't exciting enough to sell anybody. So you'd watch people get in my businesses, and they'd send people to corporate websites, and they weren't getting signups, and that was a big reason. The other thing about using a corporate website, most of these companies keep the same website around forever. You'll see a website that's been around for a year, and then you have maybe tens of thousands of people using that same website. So what sets anybody apart from it? People see it. The other problem with that is maybe Lou seen me in a lot of businesses, but maybe Lou might have seen me in one business, and maybe I left that business for whatever reason. And all of a sudden, Lou sees another guy on another Facebook page advertising that business, and he's like, you know what? I know Dave was in that business. He's not in it anymore. So therefore, it must not work. I don't even want to look at it, because what it does is it makes you have a preconceived notion of what it is. Maybe I left because who knows why. Maybe that company came out with a new comp plan and they're giving everybody a free Mercedes their first day, but you would not know it because you have a preconceived notion of what it is. And that's the problem with the internet. The internet gets inundated with all these companies, and people know so-and-so in these companies, and they leave and they do this and that, and it makes an opinion of what it is. So I've always been big on building curious pages. Hey, you want to make a ton of money? Hey, listen, we got people making thousands of dollars this week, and you got to see why. Give me your name and email. But it doesn't scream a company name, and the reason for that is You heard of it saying curiosity killed the cat. Somebody got to say, wow, I gotta figure out what this guy's doing. What is on the other end? It's kind of like that game show where they have the curtains and everybody gets excited. They want to know what's behind the curtain, right? What's behind curtain number one? Because it's curious, and that's the way people are built. They love curiosity. It's why we wrap Christmas presents. I mean, you want to give it to somebody, and it's excitement of seeing them opening it. They're excited to see it open. If there wasn't any excitement there, you would just hand people a gift. Here you go. There wouldn't be a thing as wrapping paper, right? So by building curious capture pages, they become cool. But the other thing is I like to do new stuff all the time. So, for example, I might have a page with a Ferrari on it and a nice house, and it might talk about making thousands of dollars a week. And you might say, wow, I got to find out more information. Let's say I'm in a fat loss company. So 2 days later, maybe I got a picture of a guy or girl with ripped abs and saying, you could make $2,000 this week and watch 20 pounds of fat fall off your body, get your information. Then 2 days later, I might do a page that has a football field and say, get paid to watch football all day. And I might post that on a Sunday on Facebook when everybody's watching football or like the Super Bowl. And it's curious. And people, but those 3 pages look totally different, but I might send them all to the same opportunity. And so when you put in your name and email, they might all go into that same autoresponder. And even though they're 3 separate pages, I'm still building that same business. But I'm hitting it from all these different angles. And that's what I've always done for 14 years. And people always say, Dave, what's your secret? How do you get to the top of these companies? Well, I don't do what the masses ever did. I would make my stuff curious, and then I'd feed people into a video page where I would tell them why I joined. For example, hey, listen, this company just launched. There's a ton of spillover. You won't believe the product. And I get people pumped up and excited. And then I say, beside me is the button, now go join. So by the time they actually got to the corporate page, all they wanted to do was sign up. And so that was the real reason we built the Conversion Pros, because we give you unlimited pages. We give you unlimited landing pages. We give you unlimited autoresponders and email broadcasting. So once you build a list of people, for example, this Hangout tonight, Lou, you have a whole list of people. You could get on your email broadcaster, drop down the list that you built, and send an instant message to every single person on that list and say, listen, we're having a hangout at 7 o'clock tonight. You're invited. Make sure you come on out. And so that email broadcast is very, very important that we added. What else did we do? Share codes. Share codes is awesome because I know, Lou, you're getting a lot of people in your business. You're getting really proficient at building cool pages, and your team's like, hey, maybe somebody's on your team is not as good as you at building pages, and all you got to do is hand them a share code, and it instantly builds that page for them. And same thing, if you create a good autoresponder series of messages, you can hand somebody a code, and it automatically puts all those messages in their back office. And so there's no technical skills there whatsoever. And remember, duplication is the key to the big checks. So the quicker you duplicate, the more money you're going to make, the quicker your team duplicates. And how easy is it when you hand somebody a share code and say, here's the code, and it automatically builds everything for them. And then, we went a step further. We added a teeny URL system that actually tracks your advertising. So if you're putting ads out there on Facebook or Twitter, or you bought solo ads or safe lists, you can actually track every hit. And you'll know if that was a good place to put an ad. And our system actually tells you. So many people throw spaghetti against the wall and hope it sticks. But I'll tell you what, when you start tracking where your traffic's coming from, if you find a hot source for traffic, you're going to like, wow, look at all these hits I'm getting from this source. Obviously, you're going to want to use that over and over again. So we put tracking availability in there. We put a URL rotator, so if you want to do a co-op with your team, that part of it's available. I mean, it's really robust, but now let me talk about leads, because most people fail at making the big checks in this industry because they run out of people to talk to. Not that they run out of people to talk to. There's people everywhere. They're fearful. They're in the No Friends Left Club. They don't want to go up to somebody at the mall or at Walmart and say, hey, listen, I got something to show you. They're fearful of that. So we have hot leads that people can purchase, and these people have already answered an ad saying they want to work from home, saying they're already looking for a business opportunity. What's crazy about it is, it's not crazy for you, it's really good for you, but it's crazy for me, is we signed a massive contract saying I have to buy this many leads a week. And if I don't, for example, if everybody in the Conversion Pros don't buy leads that week, I still owe the money for this amount of leads. And that's how I got the price so cheap. The leads anywhere else you go are 2 to 3 times the cost. Easy 2 or 3 times. There's people selling clicks. Just clicks for $100 or $200, and you don't even know how many opt-ins you're going to get on a click. We're selling name, email, phone number of someone that's actually looking for a business opportunity. They're all fresh and they're coming in daily. You get them as they're coming in. And so these leads are hot, but I put myself on the line, signed a contract for a big volume in order to get the price as cheap as I did. But, you know, that's on me. It's not on you. It's good for you. But here's the other part of that. I don't mark the leads up. They thought I was crazy because I could easily mark up the leads and sell them and make extra profit from it. And we decided not to do that. And the reason we decided not to do that is we wanted to add a ton of value to the system, and we, you know, make it kind of like Sam's Club or a Costco. If you're a member, you get the deal. And so why would anybody ever quit when they know that they'd have to go out there and pay 2 to 3 times more for the same thing? But the membership has its privileges. We treat our members like VIPs. And that's why we did that. So there's no markup. I don't make a dime on leads. You're getting them for the cost that I'm getting them for, which I think is tremendous. That being said, too, we also offer killer training. I've been highly paid to go stand on stage and you know, tens of thousands of dollars to teach people how to generate traffic, you know, through Facebook and Twitter and Craigslist. And I'm doing that for free. I literally, if you've gone through the training, which I know you have, Lou, there's awesome training. It's 100% generic. It works with any business opportunity. And we give training free. A lot of systems, they try to bring in their grand poobah, their guru in, and they're like, hey, we're having a training, but we're going to charge you $150 or $200 for that training. And I just don't see the need for it. I like to give value. And the more value I give, the longer you're going to be around with the Conversion Pros. Because when I keep adding value, for example, we just added all these new templates in the capture pages. You didn't know that was coming. We just added it. And all of a sudden, I gave you a gift of 5 extra templates. And I got a list like this long. By the way, I have 2 business partners. One guy's been a CEO of several network marketing companies. Great guy. I'm not going to say his name yet. Big guy in the industry. And I brought in a head programmer who programmed the back office of 12 different MLM companies. 2 of them are billion-dollar companies. And they rely on his programming to run their entire operation. That's how good he is. I made him my business partner. And so he has a huge incentive to keep coming out with cooler tools because he's part of the company. We also have a team of 4 other programmers on board full-time, and we have what we call a dream list. And I write stuff down all the time of what's coming, like certain stuff. Like we have a texting platform that's coming. Everybody's like, when's the texting platform coming? I could have launched it a few weeks ago, but I'll tell you why I didn't. Because we wanted to put the lead platform in. That was more important, need to have people to talk to. We didn't have share codes when we launched. I wanted to get share codes because that's, to me, a little bit more important than anything else. We didn't have landing pages. We had capture pages, but we didn't have the ability to add the landing page where you could take the form off. Well, that was real important for me. So there was a few things that I felt were more important for a marketer on the list, and then we keep adding all this stuff. The templates, having more than one video template was important to me, so I kind of bumped that up the list. But texting should be done next week, by the way. So we do have all the stuff that we talked about that is coming, but I'll keep coming up with cool ideas, and I want to keep adding new stuff. Like I want to add a Facebook header creator. I want to add scheduling your social network. I mean, and trust me, my programmers build all this stuff from scratch too. So we're not getting it anywhere else. We're building it in-house, and then we're launching it. So what you see today is going to be very different 6 months from now. 6 months from now, I might have 6 or 7 more tools that people are out there paying for on top of all the tools that are already in there. I mean, as it sits, people are saying, Dave, you should go out there and charge $95, $150 a month for this system already. Let alone, you know, what we're charging $50. I mean, you go get an Aweber or a GetResponse or MailChimp and you get enough leads, you're going to be paying over $50 a month just for the autoresponder. And the more leads you get in those systems, the more and more they charge you. With us, you can have unlimited leads, unlimited pages. We're never going to charge you more than $50. But that's why we also wanted to do a cool affiliate program that we pay 50% commissions, because go get 2, which is easy to do. I mean, finding 2 people in network marketing that are struggling to get leads and signups is about the easiest thing on planet Earth, especially with a $1 trial, and then yours is free. And so now you got this killer marketing tool that you can concentrate on building your business, and that burden of having that payment is off. And guys like Lou here is seeing the opportunity and is out selling a ton of them and making a lot of money, and that comes every single month residually. And you got to remember this. You're always going to see people that quit a deal. You know, we're in this deal today, and then they switch to this deal and that deal. Very few people quit the tools. Because if you're in this deal today and then you quit tomorrow, guess what? You could all of a sudden make a capture page for your new deal. You could make a capture page, autoresponder for your new deal. You could launch yourself very fast into a new company with a system like the Conversion Pros. So you're not going to cancel that. you might jump from business to business. So the people like Lou who's getting people signed up, he's building a secure monthly payment that's not going to go anywhere. It's only going to get bigger, and he's going to have this secure monthly payment that's going to keep coming. So realistically, I wanted to build a system I like helping people. You know, now my only thing I do, I'm not doing any MLMs right now. All I do is help people build pages and help people do this. And we got people in the Conversion Pros that are selling skincare, makeup, travel, TV service, identity theft. I mean, the list goes on, and it is so neat to see all these people coming together and building all these different pages. And then we have the Facebook group where people are giving advice and saying, hey, do this, do that. And so now you got a lot of cool people together that are teaching people better ways to market and getting ideas that they might never have thought about before. And, you know, what bugged me was the Direct Sales Association to this day says the average person in over 50 years of network marketing only recruits 2.3 people. To this day. So over 50 years, everything that's been created hasn't been working because it's still that same 2.3 people. So let's change the industry. Let's make a better mousetrap. Let's make some pages and then teach people how to use it. I mean, the feedback I'm getting, Lou, from people that are saying, wow, I went through your training and I've never learned that technique before. I love training that kind of stuff because network marketing in general doesn't have good training. People sign up and you kind of get a pat on the back and a good luck. It's kind of like getting behind the cockpit of an F-16 fighter jet and saying, all right, go fly it, without any skill set. And you got to remember, network marketing, we take anybody. In this industry, a guy won't get hired to be a Walmart greeter, but he can join the network marketing company. So it doesn't matter what education people have, it doesn't matter what skill sets people have, and it certainly doesn't matter what training, because most of these companies is just like make a list of people and then go talk. And it doesn't work. It hasn't worked. So let's show people what works. Let's show you how to go out there and get fresh leads for free. My training, my webinars show you how to get tons of leads for free, but then we also have the leads available. But then I also teach you guys some of the outside the box thinking that I've done to get people chasing me instead of me chasing them. And I love teaching that kind of stuff. And especially there's a lot of newbies that are getting the system. They're like, wow, I'm learning more about how this industry works than I ever have. And that's exciting for me. I mean, I didn't need to add training. I could have just sold tools. To me, it's kind of fun to keep adding these trainings and doing this, and the feedback has been so good, I keep doing it. You know, I got a wealth of knowledge up here. I've been able to go out in any company I've joined, Lou, you've seen it, where I could go and I could join any company today, and within 30 to 40 days, I could sign up 200 to 300 personals. 200 to 300. Most people can't do that, you know, in the whole team in 30 days, and I could go out and do it personally. Why? I'm teaching you right now. The same method I used to do that is the reason I built the Conversion Pros, built the funnel systems, and I'm teaching you how to build the funnel systems in correct ways so you guys can go out there and do it. And then we give it away for $1, and I'll tell you the thought behind that. The reason we gave it away for $1 is we simply knew people were going to love it. We knew that people struggled. We knew they bought all these different things and spent way more money. We knew that they'd got involved and it was difficult to build pages and they didn't get it. When they saw how easy it was, when they saw all the value that was there, who was going to cancel that? But what I wanted to make the $1 also for was marketers like Lou. I mean, because I love this pitch. If I could show you how to double or quadruple your downline for $1, would you do it? Who says no to that? People don't join a deal and spend $200 or $300 to fail. They don't join a deal and buy a kit for $200 or $300 because they don't want to get on their company's leaderboard. They don't want to do, they want to have success. So when people find out that they can start turning no's into yeses, they can start getting people chasing them instead of them chasing, which is 99% of the people chase, instead of have people chase them. And when they learn these methods, you're not going to get a lot of people that say, you know what, man, yeah, I don't want to spend $1 for that. I mean, because if they're saying that, they're really not serious, are they? They're not serious about their building their business because, I mean, I could put a $100 or $200 price point on this and people would buy it. Because the serious ones were that wanted to go build their business. But to make it $1, there's that old saying, break it down to the ridiculous. Well, it's pretty ridiculous to offer it for $1. People can come in for $1, you realize that, and buy lead packages right now. They don't have to wait till they spend $50 to get the lead packages. They get full access of all the trainings, full access for the system for $1. I mean, you go down the street for a Diet Coke at a gas station, it's $1.69. So anybody in this industry, and most people have been in multiple deals, and most of them have failed. So to be able to throw out that carrot where you sick of doing this over and over again, how about you learn how to do it the right way, how to get people chasing you, how to get up on your company's leaderboard, and right now today, it's $1. It becomes the biggest no-brainer on the planet, and then it's easy. I've watched people go out and do webinars like this, Lou, where I've jumped on a webinar. I had one guy, he invited 60 people to a webinar. 40 of them joined right away for the $1 and upgraded. So in a week later, he made $1,000, but he upped his income by $1,000 a month. So that's $12,000. So we were on a webinar like this for about 40 minutes, and he upped his yearly income by $12,000 in 40 minutes. So I don't know if that's the biggest no-brainer out there, but what's cool is I love the fact that Conversion Pros works with any company. So because you have friends, Lou, I know you have friends in the business. Actually, I got a guy that knows you. He goes, oh, I saw Lou in this. He knew who you were. You guys aren't in the same company, but we all run into people. You're very passionate about your business, but you're going to find people that pay money and they're very passionate about their business and your friends, and they're not going to join you and you're not going to join them. But if Lou says, hey, listen, I know you're in this business. I have an answer to help you get more signups and help you be more successful in the business for $1. Will you take a look at it? What are they going to say? No? I mean, because they already know you, Lou. They know your credibility. They know both of you are after the same thing, having success in a company. But now you can turn a lot of no's into yeses, because that guy's going to say no because he's really attached to his deal. You're saying no to him because he's really attached to yours. But that's great. Also, let's say you have a deal that's $200 or $300 to join, and you find people that are super excited about it, but they're going through hard times. They don't have any money. So you can say this: hey, listen, I know my deal's $300 to join. Would you do it if I could get you started for $1? What are they going to say? Well, sure, I'm going to do it for $1. Well, I could show you how to go out here and market this program, the Conversion Pros. You make $25 a pop. You really don't need that many sales. We can make you that $600 or $300, and now you can join me over here. So now you turn a no into a yes by using the Conversion Pros as a feeder program, allowing them to be able to make some money if they couldn't afford that. Because if you just say, okay, if you get a guy that doesn't have $300 and says, well, give me a few weeks, in a few weeks, guess what? He still don't have $300 because he went to the mall and he spent it. You'll never get those people back. So if you could turn those no's into yeses right away, I was always a big believer in taking any traffic that I got, any leads that I got. If I could turn all those no's into yeses, I'd make more money. And I learned that a long time ago. And so I always had something to get somebody in, at a different level. If you can't afford this, hey, I got this. And most of the time, guess what? They said yes because they were already excited. They already liked you. They already liked the company. They're already saying yes. The only thing that was stopping them before that was money. Well, $1 doesn't stop anybody. Even $50 shouldn't stop anybody. They spend more than that on Starbucks and fast food and Subway sandwiches in a month. So when you position this thing right, it is the biggest no-brainer out there on the planet, not only to make some extra additional money, but really to take you to the next level in your company. And that's why I built it. And so far it's been super cool, and it's going to continue to get even cooler because we got a lot more stuff you guys don't even know about. And that's kind of cool. The cool part is I'm not going to launch all those cool new features and say, hey, Lou, guess what? We got a bunch of new features, but now you got to pay $75 instead of $50. No, you're paying $50. You're going to get all the new stuff for no additional cost. And I'm excited to be able to do that for everybody. And our dream list here is, you guys, I just got to say, get excited, because if you think it's good now, you haven't seen anything yet. And Lou, you've seen it just a couple weeks you've been in. Look how much stuff we've added.
It's been incredible.
We've added a ton since you joined.
Sure have.
Anybody got any questions for me?
Yeah, David, I did want to mention to you that real quick. The number one thing that I'm really excited about is the training that we have in the back office, and that's what really people need these days, is the training, the personal growth. I was on a webinar with Eric Worre a couple weeks ago, and he talked about 10 strategies to supercharge your business, and the number one strategy was personal growth, and what you're doing, David, is incredible. My hat's off to you. I think you finally found it, what you've been truly looking for all these years in network marketing. I think you finally found it, and you're just running with it. And because it doesn't matter, like you said, what company you're a part of, everyone needs to be trained. And number two, you need the tools.
Well, here
you're doing tremendous training, and you got some friggin' awesome off-the-chain tools for us to utilize to be successful in our business. And one thing he mentioned too, after the whole webinar, he was charging $500 to have the training throughout the whole year. And you think about it, like you said, people don't have $500 to purchase the training, which everyone does need. But like you said, for $1 to get started, you go and find 2 people in your first day, and they upgrade and you upgrade. Now it's free. There goes the money at it. They have free training and tools to build their business.
And you know, the one big thing on training is it's one thing to train, it's another thing to be able to implement. You know, I always tell everybody, you can go to the gym with me and watch me bench press, but until you lay down and bench press yourself, your chest is not going to get bigger. You can't make your chest bigger watching me do it. And one of the things I really stress on the trainings that I do add in the back office is I make them very how-to. Click this button, write this here, do this, where anybody can hit pause and actually go do it. I'm not a big guy on rah-rah, like, yeah, let's get crazy motivated, you know, like motivated speakers. I think there's a place for that, but I'd rather sit down and show somebody what to do and have them do it, because that's where the money's made. Listening to me talk doesn't make anybody money. Following what I show makes people money if you do it right, you know, and that's the big thing I try to stress on all my trainings is, listen, it's not hard. Here's what you need to do, and I'm showing methods that most people haven't seen. I mean, I've had people watch my Craigslist, my YouTube, my Twitter, and they've been around for years. Some of them have been pretty big marketers, and they're like, Dave, I've never seen this stuff before. And they've been around a long time. So it's pretty cool to be able to show some really cool outside-the-box techniques, but really show it and dumb it down. I don't want to say dumb it down because it's not like I'm dealing with dumb people, but make it easy for people. I want my training to be like I came to Lou's house and pulled up a chair at his desk and said, Lou, you see that big button on the screen? I want you to click that. You see that white box? Here's what I want you to type in the box. I want my training to be like I'm in your office teaching you one-on-one, so you can press pause and actually implement. Because there's so many training things out there that are so confusing or upsell them like crazy to people, and they never can implement. So you can watch all the training in the world, but a lot of that stuff just isn't real-world examples. It really doesn't work because the average Joe can't take advantage of it. So I think I'm confident in saying the training in the back office is very easy to do, but it's real-world techniques that work, and that's what I'm excited about.
Well, David, also one thing I want to actually get your opinion on. As soon as someone signs up, I try to give them simple steps to success to get started on a fast track. So the first step is number one, personal growth. I taught them to go in the back office and start watching those videos. So, you know, the how to promote on Facebook, how to promote on Craigslist and Twitter, and at least spend 30 minutes every single day. If they truly want to be successful in business in 2016, they got to work on their personal growth every single day. Take at least 30 minutes out and watch those videos and watch it again. Watch it 10 times. Become a master on it. And then the second step is to get plugged into our conference calls on Monday night and Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. That's the second step. If you want to be truly successful, they need to hear the stories. They need to hear you speak about how simple the system is and how incredible it is, and then hear the incredible testimonies that we're hearing from people all over the world. So the second step is to get plugged in. And the third step, I remember you sharing about, what if you went out and got 5 leads per day? 5 leads. And you told everyone on your team to go out and get 5 leads per day. 3 simple steps to success. Would you add anything to that, or what's your thoughts?
Well, I agree. I think watching the videos and actually applying the videos is a huge key, number one. Because just watching the video is not going to get you anywhere. That's the first thing I'll say. Watching it and trying it, hitting pause and actually taking the steps is going to take you to that next level. The other thing is getting 2 people right away. I would try to get those 2 people right away so it takes that burden off your back. Now you know it's free. Even 1, now you're only paying $25 a month, less than $1 a day. I mean, it's great to have. The thing about the calls, you know, we do 2 calls on Monday and Wednesday. And I'm very good at closing people, right? So if all you do is bring people to those calls, after every single call, we have a lot of people that sign up because they're excited about getting into the system and joining. And so we really have it. So we do all the telling, selling, and explaining for you, because a lot of people that are especially new people, they're not necessarily comfortable at talking to people or getting the message across. And the cool part is with the system, the way we have it set up, they don't have to be a great speaker because we have it. You know, the telling, selling, and explaining is very, very done. But yeah, going through all the training videos, there's a lot back there, so sometimes people feel that there's a lot. But the reason I have a lot is also I get people so excited that they just can't get enough knowledge. Now, one of the things I will tell people is this. When I started marketing, this was way back in like 2004, 2005, the internet was a much different place. If you wanted to watch a video, a minute video took you 10 minutes because of buffering. It was that slow, right? You didn't have the technology. There were no training videos. There was nobody like myself that could say, here's the way I kind of look at training. If you're walking down the street and there's a big pile of dog doo, I'm going to scream at you, don't step in it. You know why? Because I've stepped in it a million times, and it stinks. And the thing is when I got started, there were no training classes. It was spend money, lose it, spend more money, lose it, spend money, lose it. I remember the first time I did Google AdWords, I was only making like $4,000 a month, and I didn't know to turn it off or set a budget, and in a week went by, I spent $4,000. I was freaking out. I didn't know how I was going to eat my groceries, how I was going to get money. I was going crazy. But that was the times when no one showed you what to do. There wasn't a step-by-step video on how to place stuff on Facebook or use Craigslist. You just lost money. That's all you did was lose money, and hopefully you did it. So what I used to do is when I would do techniques and I started to get some leads, and I'd write it down, ooh, that one worked. Then I'd go lose the money. All of a sudden I'd get a little bit more leads. And I remember being in a business where it was a 2-up, and 33 days into it, it was $500 to join, and I had to give up 2 of my first sales before I even made $1. 33 days in, I still didn't make a sale. Not one. That's when I usually gave up and quit, just like everybody else, throw the towel. But I said, you know what, I spent $500. I'm going to actually treat this like a business. If I bought a pizza store, I wouldn't quit after a month. You know, I would have to figure it out. And I learned, I was getting leads. I actually started to do some internet marketing, and I was getting leads. I didn't know what the heck I was doing to convert them. Month 2, I ended up making $43,000 because everybody from month 1 started to sign up during month 2. But if I would have quit and 33 days later, I would have never saw that money. I'd still be selling shoes today because I was a shoe salesman. I like Al Bundy. I would still be selling shoes today because I quit on myself way too soon. I didn't let all my marketing actions literally work for myself. And so one of the big things is I see people doing that a lot on the internet. They jump into the next opportunity and think it's going to solve their problems when they haven't fixed them. They haven't fixed learning how to get people to chase them. They haven't fixed getting enough people, because this is a numbers game. When you learn this industry is nothing but numbers, anybody can be successful if you get the numbers. And I do that on a lot of training videos, is showing you the actual numbers you need. But listen, training is awesome because it's way easier to make money now. It's way easier for you to get on your leaderboard now. It's way easier for you to get in the car program and take the trips now than it ever was. Man, we were like dinosaurs. Me and the guys back then, man, we had a real hard time figuring it out. And back in 2004, it was still doing hotel meetings. There was no internet marketing really. It was, you know, talk to friends and family. And we were kind of the pioneers that started to go out on the internet and say there got to be people like us that are looking, and started to cultivate leads and started to get signups in our business. And before you know it, I built these big businesses, and every person I got was off the internet. I never talked to family. I never talked to a guy at Walmart. I never talked to a guy at Sears. I built all my businesses through the internet, and I never needed to talk to family, and I never needed to talk to the guy at Sears because I had people chasing me. I had people coming in and saying, hey, listen, I'm interested. And, man, that really changed me, and that took me from shoe salesman to making over $1 million out there in the industry because I learned this is it. All I got to do is put some stuff out here and have a bunch of people chase me around, and then I learned the numbers, and once I learned the numbers, that was it. That's when I started to have success. And long story short, 6 months, I made almost 5 years of salary in 6 months, and I was still working 45 to 70 hours a week. I left my full-time job. I haven't had a job in 14 years. I don't want one. I'm happily retired, so to speak. I'm only 43. I made my first 7 figures when I was 32. So I feel like a dinosaur in this industry. But when you look at the stuff I'm putting out here in the back of the Conversion Pros, it's my exact formula. It's a formula. I did it. Lou, you said you've seen me on the leaderboard, and how many companies? I have a formula that works. You know, I always tell everybody this: if you wanted to look like Mr. Olympia, you probably wouldn't want to work with Jared, the Subway guy, or Richard Simmons, right? They're probably not. Both those guys probably didn't know how to get you to where you wanted to go. Well, I've been on the top leaderboard for years and years and years, and now I'm giving all my training away for free. It's generic. It works with any company. It will work with skincare. It'll work with travel. It'll work with the cable. It'll work with anything. And that's what my passion, and that's why I'm throwing it all in the Conversion Pros, and that's why I think people are excited about it, because they're learning stuff, and they're learning the real stuff. I'm not hype and fluff. This is the real stuff that works. If you want the real stuff on how to make money, we don't hold back. We show it to you, and then we give you the actual tools that will let you do it, and we're not going to upsell you to death on a bunch of stuff. Oh, here's the formula, but you need this, you need this, you need this, you need this, and it's going to cost you this and this. Forget that. Lots of people do that. There's lots of coaching programs that do that. Not interested. We got one low price, get two, and yours is free. Start for $1, and that's what's going on.
That's pretty incredible. Well, I want to get. I know you're a little short. I know you said you had to go for dinner tonight. Do you have a couple questions from the guys?
Yeah, I can take a couple questions real quick. And yeah, Lou literally tells me about this every day. Everybody, like 20 minutes before it happened.
Yeah. Chris, you there? Chris, unmute your mic. Chris? I don't know if we can get Chris. How about Thomas? Thomas?
You got to mute it somehow?
Maybe I muted it by mistake. I'm trying to unmute them. Tom?
You guys there?
Yeah, yo. Okay, we can hear you now. You have a question?
Hey, I'm here, Lou.
Oh, Chris. All right, we're going to have Chris go because he was on first.
I'm sorry, I had to step away for a minute. What was your question?
You had a question for David?
No, not at all. I mean, you just reinforced everything that I thought I knew. You just reinforced it all, and I think it's a fantastic program. I mean, I'm excited about it, and I'll be signing up tonight for it.
Awesome. Well, look forward to working with you, Chris. And then Lou has my phone number, and one thing is I'm very accessible, too. People hit me up on Facebook at 2 in the morning. I'm answering them questions. I mean, people have my cell phone number. They're texting me. So I make myself available constantly for people to help them out. I even go in their back office and help them tweak pages. So
yeah, in mine.
That's cool.
Thanks. Hey, Thomas.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where are you based out of?
I live in Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool city.
Yeah. I like it.
Thomas, you there? Thomas, unmute. And how about Jim? Jim or Thomas?
I think you muted Jim earlier. I thought I saw you mute him earlier.
Yeah, I did because it was getting some feedback from him. Thomas, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Lou.
You have a question for David?
No, you guys are doing a great job tonight. I will tell you that I'm going to need some dive into some of the training, and I may need to shoot you guys a help email to get started for a capture page and get this ball rolling here.
That's no problem. Hey, Tom, if you're brand new too, what you want to do is you want to pay attention. There's 2 webinars to watch right away. Right in the webinar section, there's a fast start webinar, and where I go over just like the basics, you know, how to build the pages real quick and whatnot. And then I have another webinar called Tips and Tricks for like tweaking your page. And then I kind of get into a little bit more details on some of the cooler ways to watch. So I would definitely watch those 2 webinars right away. That's going to give you a really good foundation to knowing how to build the pages and whatnot.
Okay, thank you. I've got about a half a dozen pages up. It's just converting them to the autoresponder that I'm having trouble with.
Oh, well, we can help you with that. Just message me on Facebook. I'll be glad to help.
Thanks, guys.
Well, folks, I really appreciate you guys getting on the call, especially David. Thank you so much for taking time out. And guys, get back with the person that shared this video with you. Get with the Conversion Pros. You got some really great individual people, some professionals that have been in business for many years, and we can definitely help build your business. We don't care what kind of business you're in. The Conversion Pros can help you. So thank you so much for getting on. Share this video and get started with the person that shared it. And if there's a link under there, sign up for that person with that link. under this video. So
Hey, Lou,
have
do
a
me a
great
favor.
weekend. We'll talk to you soon.
Hey,
Dave,
Lou,
you want to
do
say
me,
anything?
do me a favor and post this in the Facebook group, will you?
You got it, my man. I'll post it
All
right
right,
now.
appreciate it. All right, I'm off to dinner, guys. Good meeting you, everybody. See ya.
Thank you, David.
Thank you. Thanks,
All right,
Lou.
thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.
All right.
Slow Conversion Pros. Share it for $1. $1 today.
Can't beat it.
Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Don't procrastinate. $1 lousy today.
All right. Good night, Lou.